Hi viewers, welcome to World of CNC. This is slide number 1. Myself, S. Tirunavukarasu. So in this slide we are going to see some basic ideas about CNC lathe, particularly CNC lathe operation. Say for writing a program, we must know some important things. Say what type of programming we are following, what are all the axes we are using, what type of dimensioning we are following, and what are all the G codes and the M codes we have to memorize. These things we are going to discuss one by one. We will see now. This is an introduction about turning process. First of all, what is CNC? CNC is nothing but computer numerical control. The next one is what are all the axes we are using for lathe operation. That we must know. Say there are two types. One is x-axis and another one is z-axis. Normally x, y, z we will use for CNC programming. These two for lathe operation, whereas in the milling operation x, y, z all the three we are using. Here y-axis is not there, only x and z. X-axis for diameter and z-axis for length. Whenever we want to reduce the diameter, simply we can mention it as x value. Suppose we want to reduce length, we can mention it as z value. So that x and z axis only we are using. This is the reference point. From this reference point will be fixed at the middle portion of the workpiece at the facing side. From this point we are giving all the dimensions. Say from this point, when the tool is moving outside, right side of the workpiece, it is Z plus. When the tool is moving inside the workpiece, it is Z minus, negative value. This is a reference point at the middle. When the tool is moving above the reference point, it is X plus. Below the reference point, it is X minus. So that we know Z plus, Z minus, X plus and X minus. Okay. So from this point only we are giving all the values, X value and Z value. This is axis notation. And next one is what type of programming we are following. That compulsory we must know. See, there are two types. One is radial and another one is diametrical. What is radial? Radial means, say for example, this is a 20 mm diameter in the starting. While writing the program, no need to write the entire diameter 20 mm. Okay, so from the reference point, the half of the value is 10. Okay, 20 by 2. That x value 10 mm only we have to enter. Okay, so every time all the diameters to be entered half of the portion only. Whereas in the diametrical programming, say 20 mm, 30 mm, 40 mm, whatever may be the diameter, directly we can input. So that is a diametrical programming. Without any confusion, directly we can give the values. Why we are following diametrical programming is, say whenever we are reducing the diameter, for example 50 to 40 mm we are reducing by giving depth of cut to 0.5, 0.5 every time. Say one layer has been removed, 0.5 material has been removed. We want to measure the diameter of the workpiece. Simply we can keep micrometer or vernier caliper. We will get a diametrical value only directly. So that better to follow diametrical programming always. Next one, what type of dimensioning we are following? There are two types. One is absolute and another one is incremental. First of all, what is absolute and what is incremental? Absolute means by taking only one reference point, we are giving all the dimensions for x and z. Say we have n number of points, the diagram. From the reference point, we are giving all the values. That is called absolute dimensioning. Whereas in the incremental, say n1 is the cutter position now. The tool is moving to n2. Point number 1 and point number 2. This is cutter movement. Okay, so what is the coordinate point at this point n1? Simply we can say x value is 20 and z value is 50. Easily we can tell. Now the cutter is here n2. So what is the coordinate point at this point? Say now we have to take this as the reference point, not 0, 0. Already the tool is here. This is the reference point. Now we are moving the cutter to the next point n2. What is the difference? That only we have to write. For that we are using u and w instead of x and z. X and z is absolute command, u and w is incremental command. So incrementally how much variation occurred? So that only we have to mention. So what is the variation? Say from n1 to n2, what is the x value? From 20 to 50, it increased. Okay, so 30 units increased. So x value is 30 incrementally. So what is the z value? 50 to 30 the tool reached. Okay, so this is negative value. 20 units reduced. So that we are writing w minus 20. This is called incremental. Now from n2 to n3 somewhere the tool is moving. We have to take this as the reference point and then we have to write the variation n2 to n3. That only we have to write by using u and w. That is called incremental. Okay, so by taking only one reference point, we are giving all the values means absolute. Taking successive points as reference points is called incremental. The next one is we have different controllers for CNC programming. Now we are using FANUC controller. This is the basic one. We have Siemens controller, Brother, Head and Hand, Haas. So many controllers are there. Now we are following the FANUC controller only. For this only we are going to write the program in future. If you know the program for FANUC controller, we can able to write for all the controllers. Small changes will be there for other controllers. That's all. The next one is a very, very important thing is G codes and M codes. Without knowing G codes and M codes, we cannot write the program first of all. So that we have to memorize, we have to follow, we have to mug up some important G codes and M codes. What are G codes and M codes? First we will see. G codes are nothing but preparatory functions. It controls a tool path movement only. It may be linear, taper or circular. Circular may be two types, clockwise or anti-clockwise, curvature. Okay. Say from point 1 to point 2 the tool is moving. That movement is called a G code. Okay. M codes. M codes are nothing but miscellaneous functions. It controls the machine operations like a spindle on off, coolant on off, tool changing. Finally, at the end of program, we have to complete the program by using M30 or M02. Only one piece is there, M02 we can give. Suppose mass production we are doing, M30 at the end we have to input. Okay, both are program end. And then now we are going to say some important G codes and M codes in the next slide. Say important G codes. G00. What is G00? G00 is rapid traverse. Whenever the tool is moving very fast, it is called rapid traverse G00. Where we are giving G00. Say initially the tool is far away from the workpiece at the 0 point, tool reference point. Before starting the machine, say we have to bring the cutter very closer to the job. Then we have to start removing the material. Okay, for bringing the tool very closer to the job, we can write G00. And then while giving depth of cut, G00 we can use. Next we are going to remove the material linearly, taperly, or some arc we need. Okay, the curvature like. For that we are using G01 or G02. If it is a linear straight cut, we are using G01. It may be straight or horizontal or taper or vertical. If it is a circular clockwise direction, G02 we can use. If it is an anti-clockwise direction, G03, we will get a curvature like that. Okay, so G00 is a fast movement, G01 is a slow movement, G00 is that time the tool will not touch the material. When G01 is there, the tool will be touching the material. Next one is G04. G04 normally we will use for drilling operation. Suppose 50 mm, 60 mm deep drilling we are making. At the bottom point of the drill, the finishing will not be good. That time we have to stay the drill bit for some seconds or some rotation at the same place, and then we are lifting the tool. That time that finishing will be good at the bottom of the drill. Okay, for that we are using G04 dwell operation. Next, very important is unit selection. See what type of unit we are following, whether it is inches or metric. For inches we can use G20. If it is metric, G21 we can use. Say whenever we want to change the tool, we have to move the cutter to 0 point. For moving the cutter to 0 point, simply we can use G28 command, nothing but automatic 0 return. If we give M06 tool changing command, automatically the tool will be moving to reference point. Next one is G71 to 74 or 70. These are all some operational G codes. G71 is a rough turning cycle. During the time maximum amount of material will be removed, we will get the proper profile, but finishing will not be good. For that we are using G70 finishing cycle. During G71 some material, left out material will be there. That material will be removed during G70 cycle. Finishing will be good. G72 rough facing cycle. So what is the difference between G71 and 72 means G71 the cut will be horizontal, G72 the cut will be vertical. That is the only difference. Okay, for these two we are using G70 cycle to get better finish on the surface of the workpiece. The next one is G73. G73 is a pattern repeating cycle where we are using for particularly for casting side we are using. Already one profile is completed. To finish the pattern, we are using G73. According to the profile the tool will be moving, we will get better finish on the surface. Okay, G75, that is nothing but a radial grooving cycle. G76, threading cycle. G74, axial drilling cycle. Say these are all some operational G codes. And next one is G90 and 91. G90 is absolute command. G91 is incremental command. Sometimes we will use absolute. Sometimes G91 incrementally we will give the dimensions. Okay, G98 and 99. 98 is feet per minute and 99 is feet per revolution. Particularly for lathe operation, the job is rotating, we can give feet per revolution. For milling operation, we are fixing the component on the table. It will move in X and Y direction. There we are giving G98 feet per minute. Sometimes some machines for lathe operation also, some machines will accept G99 also. That depends upon the manufacturer. Clear? So these are all some G codes and M codes. M03 to rotate the spindle clockwise direction. M03, M04 for anti-clockwise movement. To stop the spindle, M05. For tool changing, simply we can write M06 and then we have to write the tool number T01. Particular tool number to be given after M06, M06 T01 and following one more 01, M06 T01 01. That another 01 is nothing but an offset. That we will see later. M30 is a program end, already I told, or M02. So these are all some important G codes and M codes. Next, say before starting the machine, we have to take X offset and Z offset for each and every tool. Each and every tool having its own length. Okay, so initially the tool tip, see all the tools are arranged in the ATC, automatic tool changer. N number of tools will be there. So each and every tool having its own length. Initially the tool tips does not know that where X0, Z0 is. See, we are fixing X0, Z0 at the middle portion of the workpiece. The tool is somewhere here. Initially it does not know where the X0, Z0 is. So we have to bring the cutter to touch on the radial side and facing side. We have to enter the values so that the tool tip will know where X0, Z0 is. After that we are writing the program according to our coordinate values. The tool will be moving outside or inside, up or down. Okay, now we will see how to take X offset and Z offset. Say initially consider the tool is here. You just bring the cutter horizontally like this and then bring down the cutter. That time spindle has to rotate. When the tool is coming down, keep the tool to touch on the radial side. When it is touching slightly, don't change the position. Go to offset page in the machine. Each and every machine having offset page. Say n number of serial, particular, for example 10 tools are there, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that it is arranged. Okay, another side X and Z will be there. So we have to enter X offset and Z offset against tool number 1. This is the very first tool, tool number 1. So bring the cutter to touch on the radial side, go to offset page against tool number 1 and against X. What diameter physically we are getting when the tool is touching. We have to measure the diameter and then enter the diameter in the offset page against serial number 1 and X. Okay, now the tool number 1 tip will know where the X0 is. Okay, the same procedure for Z also. Go back to reference point, bring down the cutter like this and then move the cutter like this to touch on the facing side. When the tool is touching, Once again, don't change the position. Go back to offset page. Against tool number 1, against Z, you just double click. The value will become 0. Initially some value will come. Okay, you just double click on the particular area. The value will become 0. For x-axis, actual diameter we are entering. For Z, you just double click. The value will become 0 and then save the program. Okay. Now the tool number 1 will know where the x0, z0 is. After that, we are writing the program. Okay. If the value is z plus, it will go out. If it is minus z, it will go inside the workpiece. If it is x plus, it will move up. If it is x minus, it is moving down. Like that we are programming. Okay. So this is the way to take offset. Say x offset and then z offset. We can see from this diagram, say touching radial side. This is x offset. The next slide, touching facing side, entering the values, that is z offset. Clear? Say that's all in the first slide. You just go through this slide number 1. It is clearly explained what are the things to be memorized, what are the things to be followed. So in the next slide, we will see manual program. See how to write the program manually for a simple given profile by using G codes and M codes. Clear? Okay, we will see in the next slide, slide number 2 for manual programming. Thank you all.